Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be showing you all this braid out and perm rod set that I did on my natural hair while it was blown out. Fun fact, I did this hairstyle literally after midnight and I was like, there's no way I am going to be it with wet hair, so let's just go ahead and blow dry it. I'm also coming out of my box braid, so I also wanted to see what my hair actually looked like and if there was any damage. Of course, I need a routine trim, but other than that, I didn't see any like major issues, so I'm low-key kind of excited to get my hair silk pressed in the next couple of weeks to really see what my hair is gonna look like. I am using this moisturizing cream by Design Essentials and of course a little bit of that Nairobi foam, or a lot, okay? Really just one good pump per section. As you all can see, I am going for medium-sized sections and I'm literally just like the queen of plaits these days. I love plaiting my hair because I feel like it gives me really great definition, and adding the perm rod at the end is just gonna make it look like a signature curly fro. So I'm making sure that everything is smooth before I add the perm rod, and I like to roll my hair very tautly and then give it a little twirl to make sure that it stays in place. I will be sleeping with these perm rods tonight just because of how late it is, but if you're uncomfortable with perm rods, just make sure you sit up under the dryer and you can remove them and go to bed just like that if you need to. I do like to make sure that I have plaits basically falling into every single part, so I do like to use the bricklayer method, making sure that if I have a braid in the middle, then the next one is going to have a part in the middle. That just makes sure that everything flows seamlessly. As you are plaiting, you want to be sure to not borrow. Do not borrow hair from one section or another when you're doing these plaits, because for one, it will cause a lot of frizz and it will take much longer to take down the next day. When you are adding the perm rods, go ahead and add just a tad little bit of mousse to the ends to make sure that everything is laying on that perm rod extra smoothly. If you decide to do larger plaits than what I am doing, or larger sections, you may want to use like a larger perm rod. That is so that the curl is like at least remotely close to the curl pattern that you'll be creating with the plaits. Here is what my hair is looking like once I complete one side in the front and the back. One thing that I really like is that I can see the shine like in my hair. I have like sandy brown hair, so my hair is prone to looking dry even when it's not even dry. I have thought about like dyeing my hair black or even doing like a rinse that's black just to get that luster and shine in my hair so that it can have that look to it, but I don't know, I just still contemplating on the chemicals like behind it all, but we will see. Up in the front, I am doing the same method of layering the plaits that I create and making sure that I am trying to get the roots as flat as possible. Those are usually the areas that poof up the most for me, because if I am working out or if I'm outside and I'm moving around a lot, I do sweat within my head. So I try to make sure I'm giving myself like a good start with the hairstyle. Of course, in the front, you want to do your plaits in the direction that you want your hair to lay. Do not forget that. So two in the front, I kind of had going towards my face because I wanted a little bang action. Here's what my hair is looking like once everything is braided and rodded up. I did go ahead and put my bonnet on, but I did sit up under the dryer for 15 minutes in the morning before doing my takedown process. Here we are the very next day. I didn't sleep too bad with these perm rods in, but it's definitely not my fave. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the perm rods by unraveling them in the opposite direction. And I'm going to make sure I take all of them out before I begin taking down the plaits. After all of those rollers are out, I do want to go ahead and add some of my Olaplex bonding oil to my hair, and I'm just massaging and pressing that into my hair strands before I begin the unraveling process. This is to help minimize frizz, but to also add a little bit more oil to my hair. I like to start at the bottom and begin unraveling, and then once I find the two outside pieces, I like to pull and to see if the hair will unravel mostly on its own. Usually when I do braid outs, I do not have to separate as much. I kind of let the hair naturally do what it wants to do because I already have mostly that volume and definition that I am looking for. But for this, you definitely want to take your time and be careful. If you are doing this before you actually have to leave and go someplace, definitely add like a good 20 to 30 more minutes to your hair time that you may use on that particular day, because removing braids are much more time consuming than removing twists. Usually with 2-strand twists, you can just like pull them apart like so easily. With braids, honey, you can get a little workout in, okay? But the results are definitely worth the extra effort and time you put into your hair. Look at all of that definition in those back 2 rows already. Looking really amazing. Here's what my hair looks like in the back once everything has been removed, and then we're gonna move on to the front and do the same thing. And here's an up close snapshot of what I mean by finding those 2 outside pieces and then just tugging upwards to help remove the plait. Definitely be gentle with this and do not be too heavy handed because this can cause frizz. But once you can have a good look and vision or sight on where those outside pieces are, you are fine, and it will definitely save you some time in the takedown process. I am using the edge booster to sleek my edges just a little bit. Usually I give my edges the most manipulation on day 1 here. I try not to reapply throughout the week because it can be a lot of manipulation on the edges. Here is the final look. I am so pleased with the results, how my hair has definition, it has volume, and it looks very flowy, healthy, and it has lots of movement. As always, I really hope you all enjoyed this video and found it useful, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya!